So in this video we are going over the MK Alpha and using the either Heisted Accelerate or the Heisted Breacher Shotgun in Fortnite. Some of the other important things we want to use this season are we don't have as much mobility, right? So we do have our gravity and we do have our portaforts. So those are some utilities you're going to want to keep with you as long as you have a slurp as well. So this game here we're dropping with our fresh settings that I've changed. I've changed some of my sensitivity. I've changed my controller type as well, and had some learning issues trying to get used to it, as there were some difficulties with going from linear to exponential and changing the sensitivity options and on all of those. Change the settings was to have a bit quicker reactions when it comes to the close quarters combat that we're going to face here in this new season of Fortnite, because with that you want to have your ultimate reaction time for your shotguns as well. So those are some of the key things that we look for in the season. So while getting warmed up, some of the best things to do while warming up for this is to use the red versus blue rumble and the red versus blue deathmatch type games, just to get yourself practicing using the weapons in game that you're going to find: your flapjack, your SMG, and your drum shotty or your havoc shotty. I always typically use the havoc shotty because I want to get that close quarters, quick aim down sights, and the ultimate ability to use that to your advantage. So warming up there before you get into your real games, and then you can practice with your sensitivity settings. So I did increase it to 40% for vertical and horizontal ADS, and also the ADS is going to, that's for the non-ADS, sorry, and ADS is 10% vertical and horizontal with linear settings. And we found another guy creeping down below. The Witcher was down by the water having a little swim, but we couldn't let him swim very long, could we? So we had to take him out of the lobby. And he gives us a flapjack as well, which you already have a green one, so we gotta go up here and capture this point and get some more items while our partner's microphone is clearly not working properly. And so it's time to third party. Another feature that you may not be aware is when you're jumping while sprinting, you will actually show yourself a lot closer on their visual footsteps. So you gotta make sure you're careful on that. So here I jump into a bad position with 3 people and no cover. So I just use the gravity to get out of there because I want to get a bit better positioning, and they are now trying to flare and retreat. So we gotta help take these guys out while they're working on that. Missing a few shots with new sensitivity, but we managed to down the one. And he's gonna try and carry him out of here, but we don't want him to carry him out of here. So at the finish, this is obviously one of the crown teams in this game. It's good to know.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
And now we have the last guy, another new character flying in here as well as the other character. And this is where we find the accelerated heisted shotgun, that we're gonna want to use that. And of course we had to make the bot angry too, so that's a great start for us to get these weapons, to get a crown team out of the lobby, and you get a heisted accelerated shotgun and my blue MK to have, and so that's a great start for us in this game here. We know that they are low ground, but there's also someone on our level as well jumping around, so the heist is going to do some quick work on this one here. And we know the rest of the team is actually still down below us, and one's coming up to face us. Missing some shots here on that one. My partner takes him out because my shots were missing, and I can tell he's got the breacher, so I'm going to want to try to keep practicing using that. And we're just going to use some hip fire here with the MK, because it does have some good hip fire if you are that close on the fast rate of fire too. The funny part, dropping the shotguns and trying to exchange the breacher with the accelerated.
Yesterday he's like, hey, did you know if you drop the heisted weapon right away, sometimes it spawns back as another one? I'm like, okay, I drop it. And he grabs and takes it. And I was like, oh, okay.
So that was a funny timer. My buddy tells me, drop the heisted, and if you drop it quick enough right after getting it through the augment, sometimes it will respawn as a different weapon. So drop it. He takes it, and then I'm like, oh, I see what you did there. So we got a couple teams here fighting, some low ground, some high ground. I'm just gonna take the high ground here and investigate what's happening. So we see one guy we downed already. This guy doesn't stand a chance for CMK. Another one shooting over here. Obviously looks pretty body as well. Miss every single shot this time though. And some footsteps on us. So we got some close quarters and someone long range. So obviously this one's an actual person, but doesn't stand a chance against the shoddy. Still getting a couple shots on target here. The other one's still moving up. You tell the movement on that one. That's clearly just a bot. But we're already at 13 kills on the board. We got a few other ones we gotta get rid of now to move through here. Area. You were talking about trying to find that mythic gun, because when you get that mythic MK, it just, the recoil is only like 6 bullets in, and it's got no recoil on it compared to these other ones. So, I mean, I like it. Those guys are unfortunately with the high ground, and I also just got the
Let's go find the other guys that were shooting as well. Oh,
got
lagging
the
up there.
high ground on him, so that was important for us to clean up, because I did see them already shooting the map. Here's a bit hard angle to see them coming in, getting some shots on. Shotgun in the bush. The recoil is working out pretty well for me here.
Yep. Yeah, I killed the guy.
And his other buddy's coming in now. He had a shotty as well. Didn't hit a single target. This one I can't see because of the bush, but a good angle. So let's just run him over a bit, get the bush out of the way, get some in the water, and we completely did annihilate him off the scoreboard.
I like menu controls.
And we're up to 20 kills on the board just like that. So 17 people left at this point.
Sweaty SWAT.
There you go. That's what you guys need.
Did consider that as a good username, Sweaty SWAT, but that was only till after Warzone, and we guess they're getting a little bit extra sweaty.
Like, I have not had an opportunity to shoot. I have not had an opportunity to shoot. I haven't even seen a fucking enemy. I have not.
Well, there's another chance here because there's more tangos this way.
More chances coming ahead for kills. More chances, baby. Here they come. A lot of action happening out here, so this is the time you want to use your MK and start slowing it down a bit to try to get the
Okay, come back to you.
all the extra shots on. But
I think they're
Foolish had some trouble on him, so I had to vacate that area and leave Koala there to take that out and just to make sure we get him.
The loots that we had. Yeah, I'm good. Just one guy. I see his buddy too, I think.
And so that MK, the trick for the MK and the recoil control is to actually
This guy
start
over here, there's a guy
to
fucking
look,
sitting beside
aim
me.
below
He said, shoot me. He's
the
like, I'm gonna
feet
shoot this guy halfway
or the
across
ankles,
map.
depending on what
Fuck you.
variety of weapon you have. You have the mythic, obviously you can gain for growing up, and if you have anything worse, you start going down the shins, you start going down into feet on the white one, and then once it pops up the first few bullets, then it will start to be a different level for recoil for you to hit, and you'll be centering on their neck and their head for those shots. So you're always trying to look ahead, and you're always trying to lower your aim to around the feet level, depending on variety, and then you work from there. So.
So the enemies are on the top of the mountain house.
And this is where my change in sensitivity actually hurts me with my long distance recoil. Exponential is better for the long range, and linear is also better for the close range. So my long range game was always a lot better than my close range game, so I just changed it up. But they have the high ground on the island, and still we are out of far zone. One of my teammates has got no health. The other guy's got a little bit hurt, and so we're kind of in a bad spot. So at this point we do have some porta-forts, but we don't have much cover, so not a whole lot of shields going on, so it's important to start to re-rotate, and we gotta try to get closer to zone, because if you look at the positioning right now, the zone is going to be key for us, and we can actually get rid of them. That would be a good important thing for us, right? Because they keep hammering us. And look at champions' health is nothing. Foolish has got half. So we have those guys still high ground behind us, and we've got to be careful about that. So a little extra mud slap with that mud sprint fast glitch can get us to zone. So my idea here is to get zone early as possible, then holding it and trying to use that to our advantage. Mud, that would be great. But coming in here, we also have some other guys already in the zone. I'm thinking it was the bot at first. It's not the bot. So pull the shotgun off, take him out, and now we got to worry about those guys behind us. So I'm gonna try to get some high ground here in the trees and kind of focus what's happening. But they obviously see me, and I'm taking shots right away. I'm not a good fighter in the trees. I often fight and fall and get die to fall damage.
Looking for them now.
Footsteps right over this system, man.
So partner's calling out footsteps below. I don't see movement in the zone. I don't see movement in the gas. And this is pretty soon we're going to see why it's important to have these porta-forts for end games, right? Because you're going to start losing cover. So I'm not hitting any of those shots. Can't see it. Not hitting any of these shots to the flowers. So I'm going to start using my first porta-fort here so I can get some high ground, and I can kind of see there and there. We see the Rick and Morty skin. Fortunately, not hitting my shots and getting attacked from the other angle. My partner is right on me, so it's hard for me to get in there. But we know we have this in the tree in the way. Let's get that tree out of the way and get that knock. So that's great to get that out of the way. We know he's going to try and probably get his buddy, and he's by his other tree. So my partner doesn't see that, doesn't see him get out of zone. But we still have good positioning here. So now it's 3v1. We got 20 kills on the board, 28 kills as a team. Dropping next to shields. Not too much to worry about at this point, but looking at the extra bot out there too, and not realizing at this point in my own head how many people they have left, it's kind of just slowing it down using those porta-forts and those high ground. But Foolish is already pushing, so we got to kind of move in there and help him out, because if we start losing teammates, Champion's got not much health, we could hypothetically lose. There's Morty in the water trying to get away. We got the porta-fort high ground, and we pulled a dub. So key fact and key reason why you want to have those porta-forts for your late games in the new season of Fortnite. Thanks for watching.